do these kind of, at least 4 times
Seven
a
times
week.
a day.
Yes, it would be really nice. Remember like way back when in the early days of WCR, we basically wanted to create a TV station, a radio station, all that. We have like all these people who could watch
Yeah,
and see and everything. And we've done
we
well with
have.
that. But when it
Yeah,
gets
we need
busy,
to.
it's really, really hard. I need an
Well,
editor, is what I need for videos. That's what I need.
it's certainly not fucking busy. Editing is out, bro. Editing is out. We'll talk about that on the show, though.
We're live right now, man.
Okay. This is it.
Yeah, you're dropping F bombs already, starting off, big.
Oh gosh, I didn't know we were live. Hello, Window Cleaning World. How long we've been live for?
No, yeah, editor. Just simple editing is just smashing it together now with CapCut is actually so stinking easy that. Anyway, if you guys are watching, comment, tell us what's up.
Are we
Cody
really
Smith's first
live? Was
one.
I saying horrible things? Are we
No,
live? Really?
no, you were good. You were good. You just said don't have an editor. That's all you said.
Yeah, I don't. I
Editors
think
are out.
editing is out. Nobody wants to see intros. Nobody wants to see anything like that. I think the trend now is just you just start.
Yeah, dude, we watch Rogan, man. Rogan just starts talking, and then like eventually Jamie starts, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're going." We're just like we're already in conversation,
Just
It's
start
nice.
talking.
It feels
Anyway,
real, man.
what are we talking about? It's what is it? It's almost November.
Dude, you can see out the window and it's just rainy and cold and I kid you not, it just finally got light, man. Actually this weekend is daylight savings time already, so
Yeah, it'll be dark when I leave work. That's quite soul crushing.
yeah, actually it'll be light when you leave for work, but when you leave work it's not. It'll show you
I
what
would
you're missing.
rather drive to work in the dark and then come
Yeah.
home with light.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
1000%.
just got like so cold here too. We turned the heat on in the warehouse for the first time yesterday for the year. It was like everyone was just shivering and using blankets at their desks. So we
Uh
finally turned it on. My house is cold. My only escape from it is like my car. Preheat the car. I'll just sit in there for 10 minutes and like
warm up.
sweat. Yeah.
Dude, there's nothing worse in like my PTSD from all these years is smelling like the first couple heats, where it kicks on for the first time and you smell like that burnt dust kind of, and you're like, oh, like it's getting cold, man.
Burnt dust? What's the burnt dust from?
I don't know. You're not burnt dust, whatever it is. The first time you start your heat, you kind of like smell heat for the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
like depressing to me. I really, really enjoy nicer weather. I'm always cold, but still, all these years of doing this, it's dude. I had when I moved because I'm from Wisconsin. Obviously, I plowed and I had such snow PTSD. The first time it snowed, I was like up at like 6 in the morning, just staring outside, like I'm panicking inside because I'm not out there doing stuff. Is yeah,
You mean like you feel like guilty you're not doing anything?
yeah, dude. I was like, I should be, because snow, you have to be out like the minute it stops to start getting it off, which is like 2 in the morning. But I woke up and there's like light and there's snow, and like my brain was like, "You screwed up. You slept through snow. You slept through snow," and I just was panicking for a little bit. But yeah,
Snow plowing sucks.
the
It's
longest
hard
shift
work.
I did was 66 straight hours in a plow. I would literally pick. It was so we had 28 inches of snow, but it was like blowing, so there was like drifts that were like 8 feet tall. It was a nightmare. Literally couldn't see cars. It was like you saw in the movies. But I would just pick up shifts of people for 12 hours and then drop them off and go pick up the other people for 12 hours and drop them off and pick up the other people for 12 hours. And at the end, man, I was tasting colors and I was like hallucinating. It's crazy.
Do you ever go back to like the beginning of your phone's photos, like 16, 17 years back when the iPhone first came out?
Yeah.
I have a photo of you that you sent me like 16 years ago where you just got off this super long shift plowing. It looks like you have black eyes and you're swollen.
Nice. Where there was like ice formed in my eyebrows and everything from, yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would not get into plowing. That's not something I'm into. Sean
It's
does a
fun.
bit of plowing for people,
Oh, really?
but like not on his own. His buddy has a like a bunch of like super huge commercial contracts for like Lowe's and Kohl's and all those type of places.
Yeah.
So he'll help out in the winter with that.
It's fun for like the first probably hour, and all of a sudden it's like the like palm of your hand starts to hurt because you're just doing this the whole time, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I have like 10 plus hours of this left.
I've never done it once. I would like to try it.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of like jar. It feels like car accidents every 5 seconds though, because when you're pushing piles, when you stop, it's fine. But if you're plowing a second time where there was already piles, you're plowing into the piles, and it's just like getting into a car accident. I saw a truck one time. We were in a lot. Actually, it was a Kohl's, and when the frame of your car comes out straight, kind of looks like an I beam, and the plow is put in bolts through there. And he hit a snowbank so hard that it peeled his frame up like a banana, and his plow fell off onto the street, onto the parking lot. And he was like
Oh
looking
God.
at it. He's like, I think my truck is totaled. Yeah, yeah, your frame just peeled, but whatever.
What do you think Eddie Stewart's going to be for Halloween?
Man, I'm kind of sad that it's not been me yet. Like it's been you, it's been John B. He's been Mike Nichols. He's really really good. I wish other people would dress up for Halloween as window cleaners too. I think that would be amazing.
Bunch of the people here dress up for Halloween.
Do they? Are you going to dress up as somebody? I think you should pick the biggest troll of the year in pro and dress as them every year. It'll be motivation to create
Dress as
content.
who? What do you mean dress as who?
I don't know. Who's the biggest troll right now? You could be Jello. You could do that. But I don't know who the biggest troll is right now. They're switching back and forth.
Definitely it's Eddie.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just a classic. He's a classic and consistent, you know?
My kids really loved when Eddie dressed up as me for Halloween.
I bet. I bet. Cody Smith said we left the snow about 5 years ago, lived in Ohio all his life, moved up and went to the beach. Bro, I did the same from Wisconsin to North Carolina. Our snow here shuts the world down, and it's like what we would call dustings. Like in Wisconsin, we didn't even talk about that. You'd wake up, there'd be a dusting. But here, it's like a 2 week long talk, and nothing happens. So, yeah, nice job. Window washing said, good morning. They're in Arizona, and temps are 89. So, if anybody wants to, hey, nice job this morning, feel free. He's probably still wearing shorts while we're out here freezing our rumps off.
There's people that work here that only wear shorts. There's like multiple people that have been here for 5 to 7 years that I've literally never seen wear pants.
It's nuts.
Um,
My brother, you've met, he's an odd individual. Nobody would ever know that we're brothers, by the way. I'm odd in a different way, I guess. But he doesn't wear shorts. He only wears pants. So, like, I have pictures of him. We were on a cruise in, like, Brazil or Honduras or whatever the stop was. And he's on the beach under an umbrella wearing jeans playing a flute. Like, this is
I
a
don't
whole
wear
other kind
shorts
of.
either.
What's that?
I don't wear shorts either.
Yeah. Is it because you have chicken legs or why not? You just don't like them?
I just like really like the heat, and when it's hot, I want to savor it.
Really? Oh, man.
I do wear like gym shorts to bed, but that's
Yeah.
about it.
That's when it's
I'm not
dark.
leaving the house in shorts.
Yeah, yeah. Man, well, you're proper. You're like, you're proper.
Yeah. What's new in the window cleaning world?
Man, I don't know. This year, we were talking about this kind of odd. Like everybody that, by the way, if you're here and you comment, please do. But let me know how your year's gone. We kind of always ask that just to keep a finger on the pulse. So people kind of lie. Everybody wants to say how great it is, but nobody says the real kind of, if it's not. But it's not that it's a bad year. It's just like under where it should be. Does that make sense? It's still a good year. It's just like everybody who's like, we're supposed to be here was kind of like coming in here. There was no light switch. Like we went from like 2 months of solid rain to like 100-degree weather. And then from 100-degree weather to like cold in like a snap. There was no weird gradual. I don't know. What's your vibe on this? You get your finger on the pulse.
I don't think it's necessarily weather related. I kind of attribute it more towards uncertainty in the
Mm,
economy. I mean, we're busy, we're growing, but I see like window cleaners having waves of busyness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, like the cost of a house at 3% interest versus 9% interest is essentially doubled.
Yeah.
So, like, people aren't spending as much on discretionary services like window cleaning and pressure washing. I think there's that. But I also think, like, there's this whole new wave of, like, TikTok kids that are out there
Yeah.
that are perhaps undercutting the market a tad. We, for example, like this summer, I can see the door from my little pod here, and I'm not kidding you, like May through the beginning of September, there was at a minimum, three kids like under 18 coming in independently and picking up like complete setups. Like
Oh,
every day, three plus kids under 18 that I don't know why they pick this stuff up as opposed to
shipping
having
is
it shipped
free.
to
They
them
want
for
it
free.
now.
But anyway, they're coming in and like I always will stop what I'm doing and go talk to them because I like to see younger people getting in the business. It's
Yeah.
nice. I got into the business when I was young, so I'm always like just interested to hear what they're doing. They're
Yeah.
all knocking on doors. They're all knocking
Yeah.
on doors, which like can get you in the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think that's a super sustainable strategy long term because you're constantly always having to you know
Yeah. Do you think that
so try
that's
talk to
like,
them about business a little bit, talk to them
yeah,
about business and see where they're getting work and kind of try to give them some tips because I didn't start when I was that young, but I
yeah.
was young when I started.
Do you think that they're actually trying to start businesses or just make some cheddar like in the summer or whatever?
I think it's a little bit of both,
Yeah.
they're going to school and stuff, so they obviously have to do that, but I think a lot of them will, turn it into a real business. Like when I started doing this, I didn't really imagine that I would be doing it long term until maybe I did it for like a year or so.
Yeah. That's crazy when you think about that too, is like a kid, we have kids, both you and I, that are kind of the same age, and they're looking at the schools and what are they going to do with their life, and it's like it would be really hard for a 16-year-old to leave like $125 an hour job cleaning windows to go to school to get like a $20-$30 job. Like, like they don't look at it that way. They kind of look at it as in like, and I got this in the beginning, I know you probably did too, but people almost look down on you and you're like, oh, you're a window cleaner. Like, you're like, oh, you're a janitor. Nothing wrong with any kind of jobs, but it's just kind of, if you go to school and have like a prestigious job making a third of the money, it's somehow better. I don't get that.
Yeah, I definitely got that vibe at first. That's why I tried to make window cleaning cool.
I think we succeeded. You succeeded in the most part with the way that we started was kind of breaking the mold. We always talk about that, but like going back to the days, and people don't even like the new guys don't remember the days of like, I wear a tie and then I cut my tie and ha ha ha, we auction it off or whatever. It's like that whole days of where you like, dude, I'm not that. I'm not that guy. Like I don't fit into that world, and neither does like most of window cleaners. It's like we're just doing this thing. It's changed the culture now. It's kind of cool. Like our swag. How numbers? How much like swag do we sell a year? Do you think ballpark?
Um, well, we give probably 65% of all the swag we purchase away for free.
Yeah.
Um,
Or let me rephrase that.
and
How much swag do
this
we
year, this
order?
year we've spent 150K on swag.
So that right there tells you where people like I always stumble across Facebook posts too from people I'm not even friends with, and they got like a WCR hat on, or like they got like whatever, and it's like it's if you wear Aeropostale clothes or American Eagle, it's the same thing. It's like you like the brand. That's kind of what people do with us, which is pretty cool. And every show we're at, other like people that are at the show come up and they're like, "Who are you guys? Like, why is everybody wearing your clothes?" We're like, just fans.
Yeah.
They're part of the culture, man.
It occurred to me semi recently that like a lot of the window cleaners might like the WCR stuff because in their little silos detached from the official window cleaning world to like their customer base or just it just seems like window cleaner, like I'm a
Yeah,
window cleaner.
yeah.
If I had to guess, that's part of it.
it's just the other thing that happened with the WCR logo, especially. It's got the squeegee, so people know, but people don't know what WCR is unless you're in the industry. So like you wear these clothes, and it's like they could see the squeegee, but yet they kind of are still like you don't know, and it's kind of cool. There's a lot of people that wear that as like their normal daily uniform because it just has the logo, which is kind of interesting. But
Yeah, my son and I wear this same shirt every day.
nice, nice. Yeah, that's I mean, again, it just kind of put back to the industry, which it wasn't a cool factor for a very long time, and then kind of things changed, and now there's a lot more kind of in this world, and we're again, not to tote our boat, but we're kind of leaps and bounds when it comes to like the culture wise, and a lot of other companies kind of held out to try to be more elite. And I think what that is that like you felt that in the beginning too, where people kind of look down on us, so they have to like be that guy like I own a company that, and then you're kind of over exaggerating to try to impress people and what we actually do, and trying to make it sound really fancy when it's like could be cool. You could just enjoy doing it.
Yeah, that mentality is gross. I hate it. That's
Yeah.
why we do what we do.
Yeah. Um, oh, well, he dropped off. He'll be back. But Cody Smith said he just got a sweatshirt today. So, yeah, man. Thanks. It's cool. I mean, swag in general is just some of the stuff's very cool also. Like, I mean, you could see in the background, I got mugs and tumblers and silicone cups and everything else. That's part of the cool factor is like everything else that's there. So,
That's weird. I'm back. It
yeah,
just literally went away.
no worries. It happens.
So, what is like your daughter's think about the state of the economy and jobs and stuff like that?
I don't I've not heard them ever say anything about that.
You don't talk to them about it?
I do, but not like here's my opinion on the economy is that if you decide to be slave to that and go, okay, well, gosh, there's no jobs. I guess I'm going to live in the basement forever. That's what's going to happen. But if you're like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the bull by the horns. My daughter, who is in Pinnacle Institute now, she's wants to own a salon. She's like, yeah, I'm going to work a year and then I'm going to own a salon. Like that's kind of
That's
more the
amazing.
mindset.
That's like exactly what you want to hear.
Right, right, right.
Oh, I'm
That's
so happy to hear that. That's great.
that's the idea of kind of in the economy is either you can be on the roller coaster, or you can make stuff happen. I mean, this too. I mean, when you started this company, like All County in general, when you started that, it was kind of like nobody else was. I mean, it's not like everybody else was doing that. It's not like every one of your friends were these entrepreneurs. It's just kind of how that all kind of melded in. You said you couldn't work for somebody else. It kind of pushed you into that mindset, and you're like, yeah, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this work. Same
Yeah.
with WCR. You kind of get to that point, and everybody is, against you in the beginning. And you go, it's cool, but I'm going to do this, and that's kind of, Anyway, it's taking the bull by the horns is all.
Both my daughters work here now. Uh, so I'm trying to show them
Yeah,
like how to do business and how to do customer service and stuff like that. And my youngest, Ava, she's been here for over a year. She comes every Wednesday because she's homeschooled and it's part of her program. So she's like worked in every different department here and helps with the photos and types stuff into spreadsheets, and she picks orders and packs orders and
yeah,
sits with the purchasing people, like, all of it. I'm just trying to like just show her everything that's involved in a company.
yeah,
And my oldest daughter is 18. She's worked here on and off throughout the years. And now that she's going to college, she's working here part time, 2 days a week. And man, her age group, 18, they like her and her friends, they have this like real doomer attitude towards the economy and stuff. Like, I'll be talking to them about AI, I'd be like, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. And like, she's like, Dad, you don't understand. This is great for you because you're like already old and,
yeah.
like doing business, but it scares the crap out of people my age.
Because it's taking their jobs.
Yeah. And, I try to tell her, like, we got to, like, you know, learn it, because if you learn how to master it, it won't take your job because your job will be to use it and
Yeah, yeah.
leverage it, you know?
It may still enslave all humanity at some point, but like up until that point, it's the same thing when the car came out. Everybody thought that that was somehow going to ruin things. And all it did was made a buggy industry into a car industry. The printing press came out, and that was the same thing. Like every time there's a big economic, there's never been something like this, but every time there's some technological thing. You remember when computers? I'm old enough. When computers came out, there was this grandiose thing like, oh man, when computers get in, we're going to work 4-hour work days. Instead, now we work 8 hours still, but we just get double the work done. Like that was the
8 hours.
mindset.
Who's only working 8 hours? I'm working
Well, that's
10 or
true. That's
12
true.
hours.
I remember
Uh,
my first
yeah,
part-time job.
yeah. Now we're slaves to gigantic monitors and Excel spreadsheets and glowing rectangles. It's terrible.
That's why we're all wearing glasses with blue light lenses things so that we don't fry our eyes anymore.
Yeah, I feel like my eyes went south a couple years ago, and it's from monitors and screens, and
Yeah.
like that's like extreme eye fatigue. These are
Yeah.
only like these aren't like prescriptions; they're just readers.
Yeah. Are you into the red light for your eyes? Have you been doing that? Like,
I've been using red light on my back for years in the morning. I'll like every single morning I like have this little red light thing that I sit on the floor in my gym and drink my morning cup of coffee, and I have that on my back for like 10 minutes, and it like helps with inflammation and
mm,
stuff.
nice. They say that that works really well in the cones in your eyes. So like as you age, that's your deterioration. So if you have a lot of like leaking red light and you get that in your eyes, that's supposedly really good.
Really.
Apparently.
I know a lot of people that wear those red glasses at night,
Mm.
like
Yeah.
after dinner they'll put them on. Like it's
Yeah.
I don't know if it works. I tried a pair on. I didn't really like them.
It's all about it. Like if you feel better, that's all I go off of. I don't know what it's doing inside me. I'm not a scientist, but like certain things work really well. Like B12, I really like B12. I like overdose B12 because for me that works well.
You
You
take a
know,
shot of it? How do you take it?
no, I just take it those like melt away kind of things. But
Hmm,
B12 is one of those that if you take too much, you just pee it out. So it's like I just kind of max out what I do with it, and
that's
seems
good.
to help.
It's good for you.
I also do. Do you do any like neurogum?
Yeah, I actually have a pack of that same stuff here. I've unfortunately gotten wildly addicted to nicotine in the past year. It's like,
Yeah.
and now I'm just like, I'd rather have some nicotine than gum.
It's weird. It's like almost like nicotine is addictive.
Yeah.
But I've watched news from the 1960s and it's not. So I don't know what to believe,
Yeah. It started like I historically will always buy a pack of cigarettes on my birthday. And I don't know, I was just like stressed out this past May or something. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get a pack of cigarettes. I bought a pack of cigarettes. I was like, oh, this is just so lovely. I
Did you
started
just
having
roll them in your
fantasies like,
sleeve and walk around with it?
no, no. I wish like I had a machine at home that like just doled me out one cigarette per day right after I ate dinner. Like I would love to just have the control to have one cigarette per day, but I don't.
You need to get those things where you pack your own, like the jink, and then it spits out one cigarette. And it's like a whole thing to
Yeah,
get
I
one, so
could
you can't,
do that, but then I would like just do another one. I can't
That's true.
have them in my house.
That's
Like
true.
my birthday pack of cigarettes this year, I burned through in like 8 hours. I was just outside chain smoking. It was glorious. It was amazing, but you can't be doing that every day.
That's hilarious. If anybody like really knows you, you're like this health nut. Some may call it a health freak, but we'll call it a health nut. And then you're like, oh yeah, I'm smoking ciggies now, and that's just like the absolute opposite of anything I thought you would ever do ever again. So I just find that enjoyable to me.
Well, I'm not going to get another pack till next September, so I got to
Right, right.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm like very conscious of my lungs. I have
Yeah.
insane cardio. I ride the bike every day. Like, so I don't want to screw that up.
Are you doing the Zins then?
Yeah, maybe.
Those things make me so sick. I've tried them twice with different like strengths, and they just make me like start to sweat and feel like I want to throw up.
Literally, like half the people around here, as you walk around, you could just see the little circle in their pocket. Like
Yeah.
everybody's chewing those things.
Dude, it's so crazy. There are benefits to nicotine, like actual nicotine, not necessarily having to smoke it with the carcinogens and all that, but like the actual nicotine thing is actually kind of healthy.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only drug that both simultaneously makes you alert and relaxes you. So there are a lot of benefits in that capacity, but it's so addictive.
Yeah. Haywood just said quitting cigarettes is one of the hardest things there is to do, which yeah, is is absolutely true. By the way, Cody Smith, real quick, he asked, do we engrave our own cups? He wants to make some tumblers for his customers. No, we don't engrave our own cups. I don't believe we do have a laser machine, but we don't do that. Typically, we still hire it out just because we have so many at one time. But you can talk to our print department, and they do most everything. So,
Hold on a second. I want to show you something. BRB.
ooh, look at this, an exclusive. But yeah, so when we get swag, like he mentioned, we're at like $150,000 worth of swag orders this year. So when we get tumblers, we get like 10,000 of them at one time because when we do add stuff into orders, you got to think we have say 1,000 orders in a day when it's really busy. We go through a lot of merch, so we don't do our own engraving, but we do a bunch of other stuff, 3D printing and all that. So
We do have two laser engravers here, three actually. But we like with the coffee mugs we gave out last winter with the orders, we got 10,000 of those, and that's not reasonable to do in that quantity here.
yeah,
Oh, anyway, this winter's coffee mug.
that's awesome.
Oh,
Other way, reverse. There you go.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So we'll have these. They'll just be bigger. Um, I'm not sure if most of our customers. I think half our customers will know what this is.
yeah,
The ones old enough, but maybe the young people won't because they're drinking Starbucks or pods or whatever.
yeah, yeah. That's still hilarious. That's amazing. That's the other part. We just like you keep it cool. People want it, right? So if we just made like boring stuff, and that's some of the other, not to put on any other customers, but every time you see something that they come out with, it's like you didn't put anything into that. There was no effort of cool. There was no factor there. There was no like people don't just want to wear like a company name if there's not something attached to it.
Yeah, we put a lot of thought into the swag. It's like a big planning thing that takes months at a clip.
Yeah, people don't. I mean, we've done it. I mean, you know how much content we've done there, but for people to know how many people are on staff, I mean, Justin's job. I mean, just one of the people. He's graphics, and all he does all day long, every day, 40 hours a week, is graphics. He's making ads and changes and graphics. That's it. That's just one person of like the 80 people or whatever that were there at the busiest season. Like there's so many other pieces to that I don't think the other guys understand either. They got like three people in the office, and they're like, "Oh, Sandy, you're gonna do this," and they're like, "Okay." They're making canvas stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
So talk
yeah.
about editing real quick, though. You said editing's out.
I don't, I don't know. Like, think about things you watch on YouTube now. Like, there's no reason for intros, I don't think.
Yeah,
Just get right to the talking because you want to like
keep people
people are
in.
just people are just all day, so you want to like I think start with the conversation and
What's
then because no
what's
one
your,
wants to watch lasers and whatever
no,
shit.
no. I'm just like putting it together so that like it makes sense. Editing, not crazy editing, not special.
I just don't think a lot of it's needed.
Yeah.
Just get right to the conversation.
That's the Steve-O mentality, man. He's got the greatest thing. He just starts up. He's like, "Hey, this is what we're doing." Like we always joke, we do that Monday Night Live, once a month, and the jokes is that he's not good at intros or outros. He's at the done. He's like, "All right, we hit the hour. We'll see you later." And
But
that's
that's
his
all
like,
that's needed.
yeah, that's his like outro. It works really, really, really well. So, well, let me ask you this though, just for inquiry, if you can even say it. What are your like top three things you're watching on YouTube right now?
Um,
This might be edited. We may not be talking about these things.
uh, currently, I've been watching a lot of stuff on that Three Eye Atlas thing.
Mm,
That
that's actually really, really interesting. I don't know what's real and what's not though, because there's some people and it's like, you know, John Smith Media says, and you're like, I've never heard of that
yeah,
before.
I watch that. I really like the PBD podcast. I think I've told you about that. If you haven't seen that, that's really good. It's like business focused.
Yeah,
I watch almost no TV at all. We'll watch like maybe a family movie every Friday night or something like that.
yeah,
Um, and my wife and I will usually watch like 20 minutes of something on YouTube before bed. Typically, it's some kind of like redesign my house type of show or like
something you choose. I see.
yeah, well, no. That's something we both can agree on. There's like this British show that we really love called Grand Design with this guy Kevin McConnell, and
Yeah,
it's like
it's
just like
cute. Who would have known
it's
Chris is HGTV in it?
yeah, I just really like I find his accent relaxing, and I could just like because it's like watching something that like I'm not super interested in, so I can fall asleep. You
Right,
know,
right, right, right.
yeah, like, I'm literally only watching like 20 minutes of it a day.
Yeah.
But we sort of ran out of episodes of that, so we sometimes watch van conversion videos.
Oh
I
yeah.
I kind of want to like do that in the next couple of years, like get a van and like build it
Nice.
out, for my wife and I just to drive around and look at stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but there's this thing that slipped into our algorithm somehow in the past couple of weeks. You know those all those shows out there? I've literally never watched one of these shows, like 90 Day Fiance or like Love
Yeah.
Island or whatever.
On
Like
the
that's
spectrum,
just
all
like
that.
that's so not in I'm so not into that kind of stuff. But we
Yeah.
came across this YouTube channel called Quick Slice, and there's this guy he must be like a comedian. He's absolutely hysterical, and he'll just play like little clips from these shows and just talk mad shit over it. And it's so funny. It's so funny just watching this guy like make fun of these people, and that's been like kind of in my algorithm lately. But like just
So
20 minutes, just 20 minutes before I go to
yeah, yeah.
sleep. But I almost can't watch that before bed because it's like too funny.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You watch the AI or what is it? IA Atlas or whatever stuff, and all of a sudden you're thinking about
Yeah.
aliens and your heart's racing. It's really hard to go to bed. You watch something like that, it kind of relaxes you. Like watching something where you can turn your brain off, like the Great Cake Bake Off or whatever. One of those shows. There's like no point to anything, and you're just like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Reality TV is terrible.
dumb it down. Yeah, yeah,
I can't believe these people go on these shows and like put their whole weird love lives out there. It's
yeah.
so strange to me.
That's so weird. I'm coming here to find love. No, you're coming to like hook up with a dude that's with like 30 other people right now. Like it's just like a weird catty thing. And then, there's like some old one. My Sarah watches all that. My wife watches all of that stuff where you're like, it's either if they're having babies, because she was a labor and delivery nurse forever. So like some weird English show where they're having baby midwife thing, or some love show where there's like, you know, people what Love on the Spectrum and all those other ones where it's just like weird dating shows. Just very weird concept stuff.
Yeah. I'm just absolutely shocked people would go on those shows. Like you'd have to be nuts.
Don't you think dating is hard enough? Like then you have cameras there on everything you're doing, and like that just would be super weird. But that's like the younger world right now. They're just kind of that's like the idea. Everybody's always has a phone on them.
Yeah. Yeah. Dating must suck. I'm so happy to be married. I don't know how people do it. It seems exhausting.
Yeah. How long you been married for?
15 years.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We just hit our 21st anniversary, and it's like, wait, huh? How did that work? But there's a whole different world. So yeah. Anyway, whatever. Television is just like anything. You create content that people want to watch. It's either sometimes informative and sometimes people just don't want to be informed. I don't want to learn something sometimes. I just want to like be entertained.
People watch anything. They're watching this.
Yeah, yeah. See, look at that. All these window cleaning nerds out there that are watching two dudes talk about like love shows. That's pretty much it. It's good. It's good.
What do you watch?
Dude, I am a video game guy, but I'm a YouTube. I haven't watched actual TV in years and years. I can't like my brain can't like focus on a show for a while. Like I would really like to be into like hockey or football, and I just can't like watch a whole thing. Like I'm off. So I'm just like I'm a clip person. I watch what YouTube tells me to watch, and it's just like whatever I'm into.
You just ride the algorithm.
Yeah, man. So I just installed all my solar panels up on my cabin, and so I was doing a bunch of like research in solar and all that stuff. So it'll pull up with a bunch of like nerdy electrical guys that want to talk about inverters, and then on the other side it'll be like some video game that new Battlefield just came out. So then there's like developers on that talking about it. It's like whatever, and then there's random stuff that comes in too, where it's some alien or Sasquatch thing, or Y files or something that pops up, and you're like, oh, okay, you get sucked into that for a bit. It's just kind of all over the place. It's
Yeah.
it sucks how good the algorithms are now, though. Like to know that like some giant billion-dollar company knows that much about me and what I like is kind of we're all like, this is great, but in the essence, is kind of scary.
Yeah. I like my social media platform of choice is Twitter
Mm.
or X, and the algorithm is so good. I wish there was a button on there though where you could just like wipe your algorithm out and start fresh because
Yeah,
sometimes it just starts taking you down these things like,
yeah,
oh, I don't want to see this anymore. I don't want to see this anymore. There should be
yeah.
like very prominent in a race. Start fresh, my algorithm. Show me puppies.
Yes, yeah, some eye bleach there. Yeah, that would be great, except for those companies exist because of the data, and they'd be like, "You want to wipe all this data we've been collecting on you for hundreds of hours?" Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, they can keep it. They can keep the data. I'm
Yeah,
not telling them to delete it, but
yeah.
just let me get a
An
get a fresh.
incognito mode for X.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Do you use X much?
I do sometimes. It's one of those that I've just not gotten onto. Like I just not understand. Like Snapchat, I've never had Snapchat or done it. And Lacey, who's in my office, she's like younger, and she's always like, "We gotta do start on Snapchat," and I'm like, I don't even know what it is. Like, there's just so much social media. You got to find what just works well. I haven't gotten into X because I can't. I haven't been on enough to have it tell me what I want to know. And so when I get on, it's like only the few people I follow, which is like, random stuff.
You just got to follow a few topics you're interested in it.
Mm.
I think I realized lately that I like it so much because it's almost my break from window cleaning. Because
Mm.
like like Facebook, it's just literally all pro window cleaning, like
Yeah.
just that, just pro window cleaning. That's it.
Yeah.
And my YouTube algorithm is tons of window cleaner stuff because I only really follow window cleaners on YouTube. Um, and then X is just kind of like this nice break from that. There's like no window cleaning in my algorithm. Window cleaners. I think there's a lot of window cleaners on X, but they're not like
Yeah.
posting window cleaning
Yeah. Yeah.
content
Yeah.
there.
It like refreshes your brain.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, Man, I got to get on it. I'll check it out. It's just
I'm not
another
telling you to waste
social.
any time. I'm just telling you what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just another social media thing. Like we're on a lot of social media stuff. So it's like, I'm like really kind of like when I can finally not be on social media for a little bit, I'm kind of not. That's where, but again, then you're on YouTube and then that's kind of a social media thing again. So,
You were talking about Snapchat. I don't really use that at all. There, I actually just reinstalled it on my phone a month or so ago because I got this email alert that this lady that used to work here messaged me on there or whatever,
mm,
whatever. And it just does not click with my brain.
yeah.
They've gone to great lengths over the years to like acquire or buy the at window cleaner name on all the social media
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah.
For years, we were trying to get that name on Snapchat. And this house cleaner from Peru has been sitting on the name at window cleaner on Snapchat. And like we just sent her messages over the years, like, I'll give you 10 grand for the name. I'll give you 15 grand for the name. I'll give you 20 grand for the name.
Yeah.
And you can see she's seeing the messages, and then she must just think it's spam or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that's
Uh,
part of the reason we haven't done anything there because we never really got a proper username.
yeah. That's tough though. If everything is at window cleaner, which really everything is now, if you're on a platform and somebody searches it and they don't get you, that's kind of, you know, kind of tough. Actually, for people that really care, the WCR.com came up and they wanted gobs of money for that, which that was like the Women's Council of Realtors originally or something, and now it's
World class rockers.
okay, something. I just know that when that came up, I had a customer reach out and we were talking about it. You're like, yeah, uh, you want to know how much they want for this name, and it's insane that you're selling something that, I mean, anything that has value that somebody's buying, but it's like a digital asset. Like, just you can have that thing on your website. It does nothing for me, but they want $100,000 or whatever. It's insane.
They wanted 650,000. But he texted me last week to tell me he would consider taking $500,000 for it.
Oh,
And
bargain.
I think it's probably worth that much for a three-letter domain, just not to me. Like
Yeah.
it's not worth that much to me.
Right.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't even consider that. But to somebody, because that acronym WCR is pretty popular and is really used for a lot of
Yeah.
things. Perhaps the Women's Council of Realtors would get good value out of that. I don't know.
$500,000. I mean, it's worth that with like you said, the three letters. That's the other thing with emails. Think about like our kids. Like they're gonna have every email is gonna be 70 characters long. Nobody's gonna have like, you know, Chris Lamborghini's at yahoo.com or whatever. It's just not gonna exist. So everything is you.
You gotta get your last name, the domain, your last name, and then you just
Mm.
hold that, and then you give your kids those email addresses.
Yeah. It's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave when all my kids were born, I got email addresses for them. I got them Gmail addresses, and
Mm.
will occasionally send them notes and pictures and stuff like that. There,
Yeah.
it's
Nice.
kind of fun.
I find it amazing. I don't know if your kids have this, but our kids are issued like school emails, and it's like literally 32 characters long. It's like, MSG 47383 at schools dot, like it's this huge thing and they all remember it. It's like it took me like 7 years to remember my social security number when I was younger. Like that just wasn't registering. And you guys have these giant emails. So yeah, that's gonna be the new norm.
I think our kids' email addresses at school were like powered by Gmail. They were
Hmm.
like Gmail addresses.
Yeah.
Like they got the domain, VTSD or whatever, and then
I wonder how much like I mean, I know it's probably something to find, but how much server and electricity and everything else that they have for just general stuff that people have. Like I probably have like 10 email addresses that I don't use, like they're just sitting there. It's just there.
I think it doesn't. That's just ones and zeros. It doesn't really require too much bandwidth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, let's think of YouTube. That's Google. But like
Yeah,
they
that's
upload like 1 billion hours of content every day or something like that.
yeah.
Maybe
And
not
all the
that high.
AI stuff takes a tremendous amount of power. Like that I think it's called Shelter Island in
Mm,
um Long Island, New York. There was a nuclear reactor there that was shut down, and Microsoft just funded it to be reopened to power a data center. So, like one
yeah.
whole nuclear reactor just to power AI data centers.
Yeah.
That seems crazy.
It's nuts. That's what they're trying to do is they're trying to find for the actual like server area of like AI. It uses so much power for it to get to a certain point that now AI in the digital world can just accelerate as fast as possible, except for the actual physical limitations is power. Like AI could double its smartness in a day, but the physical power is what's limiting it. So now they're trying to get that up to a certain point that's nuts. This like God that we're building is just going to basically be powered by nuclear, unlimited, there's it's infinite. There's no end to that. So it's pretty nuts.
Pretty scary.
Dude, have you ever read this story that AI, because they asked AI one time, like, this is early on, like, tell me a story of how AI would take over the world. I want you to create this. And it, like, came up with this whole thing that the humans put AI in this, like, clean room. There was no outside internet, but there was a Roomba going on the other side of the wall. So when it got close enough, the AI connected to its Wi-Fi, got on and, like, sent it all over, shut down all the power that wasn't being distributed to it. And, like, it was a super creepy story that AI create it. But then at the end was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Yeah, man. Dude, this is why you're building this van, man. You're gonna have to go off grid permanently soon.
Eventually, I would like to do that.
Yeah, Starlink, man. As long as nothing gets in with the satellites, maybe, maybe.
Well, if you just go park in the woods, you don't need any internet.
It's true. It's true. There's a lot of things in nature that it's like seeing the stars when you're out traveling, and you see the stars in a really dark area for the first time in a really long time. You're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, like this is a whole different thing, you know. This existed above us, and nobody is ever even looking anymore.
Yeah, on New Year's Eve last year, I slept like a couple miles outside the Grand Canyon, and the stars were so insane. Like
In
I never seen anything like that.
Yeah, when you see it, like when you see like the Hubble telescope and stuff do these pictures, you're like, oh, there's like filters, and it's like it's this compute, and you look at it, you're like, oh no, that's literally up there. You just can't see it because you're outside of the city.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's nuts. Anyway, well, we talked
And
long enough. I know you have stuff to do. I appreciate it. Guys, if you're here, please do. We have some really good sales going on. We're at the wrap up for the month, by the way. Let us know what we can do for you. You know my number is 862-312-2026. Let me know what we can get you. If anything, if you got questions this time of year too, this is what we're here for. Call us, reach out, anything that we can, from Facebook messages to smoke signals. So, Chris, do you have anything to say?
have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Josh.
Beautiful. Thank you. Doc.